Welcome back. This is game 13 of the Blues season continued. We apologize. Internet issues causing our camera and feed to go out. We are forced to restart the stream, but we are back. We are in the bottom of the seventh. To update you, here's what has happened. Tate Samuelson to lead off this inning, grounded out to third. Vinny Bologna just doubled, got his first hit as a Blue. He's safe at second. And here comes Justin Trimble. Trimble, the DH today, bats with Bologna on second and one out in the bottom of the seventh. He swings and misses through that one. It's 0-1. And it's still 5-2. Crabs with the lead. Blues trying to change their fortunes here in the bottom of the seventh. 0-1. Trimble swings and misses through that one. Caden Ricomini is still out there. His seventh inning of work underway. He's through 6 1/3. And Trimble, who has struck out twice, is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, one looking and one swinging. Bats with Bologna on second as he doubled after Samuelson grounded out. Trimble pops one up. Infield is under it, and it'll be Fischel, the second baseman, to call for it, and make the catch for the second out. So Trimble is 0 for 3, and here comes Ruben Mercado with Bologna on second. Again, Vinny, he doubled. First hit is a Blue. Doubled to left, center. And it's still 5-2. Blues with the lead. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Tends to happen. Smooth sailing up until then. But we have restarted the stream, and we hope to get you all back, as this is a good one. 5-2 Crabs. Blues trail by 3. Mercado bats with Bologna on second. He takes ball 1. There's 2 out. Samuelson grounded out to third. He's now 0 for 3 today. Bologna doubled. First hit is a Blue. And Trimble popped out to second. Mercado in a 1-0 count against Ricomini, who is still out there. Caden checks second, now deals. Curveball away. Ball 2. Incredibly, he's given up 5 hits, and the Blues only have 2 runs. 3 of those hits have been of the extra base variety. 2 doubles and a triple given up. A couple singles mixed in there. The strikeout number is what's been most impressive, and we'll get you his total in just a second. Here's the 2-0 to Mercado. In there, strike 1. He struck out 11. Correction, it is not Ruben Mercado. It's Connor Costeca pinch hitting. Fouls that one back into the left side of the press box. So it's Costeca. Coach Miller deploying his first pinch hitter, and it'll be Costeca who will take over for Mercado, who was 0 for 2 on the day. Costeca stands in a 2-2 count against Ricomini with Bologna on second and 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. Costeca hits that one to Fischel at second, and he'll send it on to Gioso at first to retire the side. That does it for the Blues in the seventh, and they are running out of time. Down by 3 runs. Crabs will have a chance to expand that lead in the top of the 8th when we come back. We hope to get you all back on this stream. This game 13 of the Blues season continued. After our stream momentarily went down, tell your friends, tell everyone that was watching, come on back. We got a good one. Blues trail, but it's not over. I'm going to take a short break and be right back with you on the Blues Streaming Network.
top end.
We are back. Hope you can make it back onto this stream with us. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Again, we're sorting through it. We're back. The stream is continued. Tell everyone, come on back. It's a good one. It's 5-2 Crabs lead. Kevin Lyons is back out there for the Blues, trying to keep it at just that, a 3-run deficit, and the Blues will have chances in the bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 9th to make up for it. Here is Lyons dealing to Casillas, who did not get to finish his at-bat. Fouls that one back against the netting, and it's 0-1. There's no outs. We're in the top of the 8th, and it is 5-2 Crabs. Folks, for future reference, if a stream ever goes out, screen goes black, we lose our internet, we are always going to start the stream back up and keep it going to the best of our abilities to make sure that you do not miss any of the ball game. And we can only hope that if it ever happens, it's in between an inning. Unfortunately, it happened at the beginning of one, but we are back 0-2, and Casillas swings and misses through that one for strike 3. So Kevin Lyons still out there for the Blues, strikes out Casillas in his 4th at-bat. He's 2 for 4, is now 2 for 4 with 2 singles, a strikeout, and a flyout to right. Here's Connor Kincaid, the man in the 9-hole that has reached in all 3 of his plate appearances, all a different way. He has walked, singled, that drove in a run, and was hit by a pitch. He sends that one out to right. He'll single again. He has reached in all 4 of his plate appearances, and he will be safe at first with 1 out in the top of the 8th. It was a bloop single, hit softly out to right, but Kincaid reaches. You could still say he's reached 4 different ways. He has walked on his single in the 4th. That drove in a run. This, of course, a single with no one on, and he was hit by a pitch. We'll work our way back to the top of the order now, and Ethan Smith, who ambushed Austin Teixeira early with a solo homer and has proceeded to hit into a double play, walk, and strike out as he takes ball 1 from Kevin Lyons. In his 2nd inning of relief, Kevin, who induced a ground out and a line out, then hit Gannis. Gannis stole 2nd, and Fischel drove him in on a base hit. Throw over to first to check on Kincaid. He is safe. The count is still 1-0 on Ethan Smith. And taking off for second is Kincaid. He is out. Second time we've seen a runner take off for second and try and steal a base with the pitcher at the same time trying his pickoff move to get him. Kincaid is caught stealing, and now there's 2 out for Ethan Smith. One-0 the count on Ethan Smith. Hit out to right and having a look at it, but letting it land, not letting it land foul. It does land foul. Count now 1-1 to Ethan Smith. There's 2 out in the top of the 8th. Kevin Lyons keeping a deficit at 3 for the Blues. That's what he's on to do. And Ethan Smith on to increase that, has already gone deep today, led the game off with a solo homer. Here's the 1-1 to Smith, who's doing the DHing today. That one's fouled back against the netting, and it's 1-2. Smith, who homered, that was his 2nd this year, drove in his 4th RBI. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That ends the inning. Lyons works around the base hit and strikes out Smith to end the Crabs' top of the 8th. We will head to the bottom of the 8th with our score 5-2. The Blues trail and are looking for a comeback. It'll need to start now. And amazingly, there is a new pitcher out there for the Humboldt Crabs, and we'll introduce you to him on the other end of this break. Blues bats will be up in the bottom of the 8th. Thanks for hanging out on the Blues Streaming Network and spending your Friday evening with us. I'll be right back. New pitcher on the mound for the Humboldt Crabs is number 6, Manny Casillas. The final line for the starter, Caden Ricomini, he went 7 full innings, only gave up 2 runs, both coming in the bottom of the 4th, 5 hits, a couple extra base hits, but again, only the 2 run scoring. He struck out 11. He threw 67 strikes to 24 balls. And the Blues average off of him was just 192 throughout the game. So Manny Casillas is out to protect a 3-run lead. Blues lead off the bottom of the 8th with the switch hitter, Craig Miles, and he's 1 for 2 today with a single and a pop out to short. The single came with Craig batting left-handed. He'll bat from the right side of the plate now against the lefty Casillas. And here's the first pitch from Manny. In there, strike 1. Hometown of Walnut, California for Casillas. Way inside, Miles gets out of the way, and it's 1-1. So the Crabs lead by 3. Blues have not been in this position all year, meaning trailing by at least 3. Here's the 1-1 with 2 innings to go. Miles loops that one out to right. Gannis is under it for the first out. Miles finishes 1 for 3 with the single. And we'll work our way back to the top of the Blues lineup and Ryan Fenn. And Fenn looking to get on with Grotto and possibly Cermak due up after him if he is to reach. And Casillas delivers strike 1, who has now thrown 4 pitches out of the pen. The lefty. Blues have been facing a righty all day, and Fenn half-heartedly swings and misses through that one. It's 0-2, and there's 1 out now in the bottom of the 8th, and the Humboldt Crabs lead by 3. Here's the 0-2 to Fenn. High, ball 1. Ryan 0 for 3 today with 2 groundouts and a fly out to left. Blues with just the 5 hits today. Crabs got 9. It's led to their 5 runs. Looping breaking ball, fouled off. Count remains the same, situation the same. It's 1-2 on Fenn. There's 1 out, and there's no one on in the Blues bottom of the 8th. And Mason Grotto on deck. 1-2, way inside, and Fenn takes it easily for ball 2, and that evens the count. The lefty Casillas deals to the righty Fenn. Here's the 2-2. Fenn pops that one up into right center. Ranging back is Lauk. They collide, and it falls. Fenn's into second. He'll be into third and we'll be safe. Lauk and Gannis collide in right center, and it drops. And they, both were running. Lauk must have not called off Gannis, maybe the other way around, but it drops in right center. Ryan Fenn is safe at third. So we're ruling that an E9 on Gannis because it looked like Lauk was ranging on, and then the two collided. The training staff for the Crabs for the second time today is going to check on a player. Both are going to remain in the game, but a costly mistake as Fenn is safe at third with the ever-dangerous Mason Grotto, who has doubled today, at the plate with one out. In the bottom of the eighth, it's still 5-2 Crabs, but if the rally is going to start for the Blues, this is the man you'd want at the plate. And Cermak, of course, backing him up in the lineup, batting third. So Casillas, to no fault of his own, has Fenn at third and one out. Here's the first pitch, the lefty to the righty, Grotto. Hit softly out to center. And we'll see who. They don't catch it. Fenn will score. But Grotto is out at second. So another one drops. The two not wanting to collide again, let it fall. Fenn scores. It's 5-3. But Grotto was out at second trying for the double. And Cermak will bat. Coach Miller's out there. He's arguing that Grotto should be safe. That's not an argument you're going to win right now. Cermak is 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. So Cermak bats with the bases empty and 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth. It's 5-3. Crabs lead. Blues have gotten 1. Cermak takes low ball 1. Ryan, who had the biggest hit of the Blues season back in Santa Barbara last night, 3-run homer to dead center. That made it 5-0. That would be the final against the Foresters. Second pitch is low ball 2 from Casillas. So we've seen 2 softly hit balls to right center drop. Cermak lines that one to left. Is it fair? It's foul. It'll be 2-1. So Fenn reached on a ball that was hit out to right center. Lauk and Gannis collide. It fell. Grotto sent one out to shallow right center. No one collided. They didn't want it to happen again. It fell as no one ranged on to make the catch strong enough. And Cermak bats now in a 2-1 count with no one on and 2 outs in the bottom of the eighth. Here's the 2-1 from Casillas. In there, strike 2 called. Here's a 2-2 to Cermak. Looping, breaking ball. Ball 3. Count will be full for Cermak, and Casillas will deliver a payoff pitch. Cermak fouls that one back and stays alive to see a 6th pitch. And it looks like he might get a new bat. He will indeed. It's a new bat. Checks it out. It's Vinny Bologna. Well, he's not going to get a new bat. He's just going to freshen up his. Count is full to Cermak. He has driven in one on a triple. That was in the bottom of the fourth. He drove in Grotto, who led off the inning with a double. Three and two to Ryan Cermak. There's two out. And here's another payoff pitch from Manny Casillas. Swung on and missed strike three. Cermak strikes out to end the inning. Blues get one more, amazingly. It's 5-3, and they'll have to plate two if the lead stands at that for the Crabs in the bottom of the ninth. Do not go anywhere. We've got a good one, and we'll see who's out to keep the lead at just two for the Crabs. We're going to head into the top of the ninth. I'm going to compose myself and be back with you for the top of the ninth. Thanks for hanging out on the Blue Streaming Network. Welcome to the top of the ninth now. It's still Kevin Lyons out there for the Blues. And here is Dylan McPhillips, responsible for 2 of the 5 Crab runs. He drove in 2 in the top of the fourth. He singled in the first. He is 2 for 4, a ground out and a strikeout mixed in there. First pitch from Lyons, lined back at him. It'll find its way into center. And Phillips is on with a single. So McPhillips singles to lead off the top of the ninth. That'll bring Gabe Gioso to the plate. He has walked twice, grounded out, and struck out. He'll bat with 1 man on. That's McPhillips, and no out in the top of the ninth. The Crabs lead by 2. Breaking pitch sent out into right center. That'll drop for a second straight base hit. McPhillips gets on his horse and heads into third. Gioso trying for 2. He'll get in there. So McPhillips singles. He's at third. And Gioso doubles. He's at second. It's men on second and third now. Kevin Lyons, in the worst possible scenario, will face Josh Lauk with men on second and third and no out in the top of the ninth. Crabs still leading by 2. But outs ever so precious right now for the Blues right-hander. Here's the first pitch to Lauk. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Those are the 10th and 11th hits for the Crabs tonight. It is 5-3. Blues get one crazily in the bottom of the 8th. Strangely taken for ball 1. It's 1-1. For Gioso, that's his first hit today. And we mentioned he walked twice. He has reached in 3 of his 5 plate appearances after the double. And McPhillips has reached in 3 of his 5. He's got 3 singles and 2 RBIs today. 1-1. Lions delivers strike 2. Off-speed stuff feathered in there, and he'll get ahead on Lauk. Lauk and Gannis, of course, colliding in that bottom of the 8th on a ball that should have been caught. We ruled it an E9 as it looked like it was Lauk's ball to get. Fenn was safe at third, was brought in by Grotto. Swinging bunt, foul. It's 1-2 still. That RBI for Grotto is his 21st. He is second in the CCL in RBIs. Unfortunately, however, all of it is what could have been if Grotto was safe at second on that ball that just dropped. What could have been. But here we are, 1-2, no outs, and men on second and third for the Crabs. Here's the 1-2 from Lions. Swung on and missed strike 3. A huge first out. And now we'll have to get through David Morgan, who doesn't have a hit today, but was hit by a pitch and stole a base in the 5th.
Yeah. I think we used to.
Swung on and missed strike 1. Morgan has grounded out to third. That was a double play. Struck out in the 4th. Was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Just mentioned that. And lined out to second in the 7th. Here's an 0-1 from Lions to David Morgan. And he is swung on and hit to second. They'll go home with it. Throw in time. Costeca filling in for Mercado at short. Gunned it to Shell at home. And he got him by a step. It's still just 5-3. And a huge second out as they choose to go home. There's now runners at the corners, however, as Morgan reaches on a fielder's choice. But there are 2 outs. And in back-to-back innings, managers have had to dispute calls. We don't have a replay system, and so it cannot be overturned. Shell got him at home. There's 2 outs. There's men at the corners for the Crabs. And here is Tyler Gannis, who ran into Lauk in right center in the bottom of the 8th. The story here, he can make up for all of that here with a base hit. Men at first and third for Tyler Gannis. Just like Morgan, he doesn't have a hit, but he's been hit by a pitch and stolen a base. Taking off for second is Morgan. He'll steal his second base of the day, of the evening. And it's 1-0 on Gannis. All Kevin Lyons has to think about is the man at the plate. He's got 2 outs in the top of the 9th. He has kept the score at 5-3 up until this point. And here is the second pitch to Gannis. He'll deal. Gannis pops it up towards us again, and it'll be another souvenir. It's 1-1. One and one to Gannis. Lions will get the sign from Shell. And deal. Looping break. A breaking ball that didn't break is taken for ball 2. Wind is blowing out to left. It's blowing from right to left, I should say. There's 2 outs in the top of the 9th, and the Crabs have men on second and third again. David Morgan just stole his second base after he reached on a fielder's choice as Costeca chose to go home and get the man out at the plate, saving a run. 2-1. Taking high, ball 3. (3-1) the count on Gannis, and Lions to deliver the 5th pitch of this at-bat. Ball 4. Bases will be loaded for Ethan Fischel. And he's reached in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. He's got 2 singles. He's driven in 1 of their 5 runs, and he walked back in the 4th. So Fischel's had a good day overall, and he'll bat now with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the 9th, his team leading by 2. And Kevin Lyons trying to keep it that way for the Blues. First pitch to Fischel is high, ball 1. Swung on and lifted out to foul territory in the crowd. A lot of souvenirs tonight. A lot of happy fans. One and one to Ethan Fischel, the second baseman for the Crabs. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That second pitch in there, strike 2. Laid the curveball in there, and he's ahead 1-2 on Fischel. A strike away from getting out of a tense top of the 9th. Here is that 1-2 from Lyons. And he hit him. Adrenaline pumped up. Kevin Lyons hits Fischel. He is hit by a pitch. It's an RBI, and it's his second RBI of the game. It's 6-3 Crabs. For Fischel, he's gotten his 5th and 6th RBIs in this one, and he is having a tremendous game. He's reached in 4 of his 5 plate appearances. It's 6-3 Crabs. Bases are still loaded. There's still 2 outs, and here is Aaron Casillas. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. And what's asked of the Blues in the bottom of the 9th? More is being asked of them with a 3-run deficit. Count 0-1 on Casillas. Strike 2. Second straight breaking ball nips the zone. It'll be the tallest task for the Blues this season. 0-2 to Casillas, who has 2 singles. He's 2 for 4 today. Struck out back in the 8th. Bases loaded. 0-2. Lined into left. That'll score 2. Casillas is in trouble here. He's between first and second. They've got him in a pickle. Grotto decides to gun to third. He'll be out. But the damage is inflicted harshly. Crabs get 3 in the top of the 9th, and it is 8-3. And now you're asking a whole lot from a Blues squad that, of course, has played it over 110 runs this season. I mean, they're capable of doing so, but you're asking the middle of this lineup to come back from 5 down, and it would be something special. Stay with us if you'd like to check it out and see what happens. We'll be in the bottom of the 9th, and it'll be Austin Shell due up for the Blues. We're looking for a miracle here in San Luis Obispo. Come back with us. We'll be back in just a moment. We're at Sinsheimer, and all the fans are still here, so you might as well stick around. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday evening on the Blue Streaming Network. Here's Austin Shell to lead off the bottom of the ninth for the Blues. On the mound, the right-hander Chad Wilson out of CSUN, Cal State Northridge, hometown of La Mirada, to face Austin Shell, who's been doing the catching today. Austin, who drove in his 13th run of the season on an RBI single back in the fourth. He takes strike one from Wilson. Wilson, a junior at CSUN. And Shell out of Cal State Fullerton. Here's the 0-1. Chopped to second. And Fischel has it onto Gioso for the first out. Here's Tate Samuelson, who is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to third. There's 1 out now in the bottom of the ninth, and it's 8-3 Crabs. Samuelson fouls one straight back. It's 0-1 on him. This is Tate's last chance to get a hit. He's gotten a hit in every game he's played this year. 0-1. Swung on and missed strike 2. Strike 3 called, and he got him. So Samuelson strikes out for the third time today. He'll finish 0 for 4. And here's Vinny Bologna, who doubled back in the 7th to get his first hit as a Blue. And he is the last chance for San Luis Obispo as they trail by 5 in the bottom of the 9th, with Chad Wilson trying to get that third and final out and increase the winning streak of the Crabs from 4 to 5 and their record to 13-2. And he delivers strike 1 to Bologna, and he's done that to every hitter he's seen in this inning. It's the bottom of the 9th. It's 8-3 Crabs, and it's Bologna in a 1-1 count now as that one gets away. Crabs are coming off of a win against the Reading Tigers. 4-game win streak coming into today. Blues on a 7-gamer. 1-2. Now it's 1-2 as Bologna swings and misses through that one. There's 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. And Chad Wilson, the junior out of CSUN, a strike away from putting the Blues away. Ball 2. Count even at 2-2. Again, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 8-3 Crabs as they plated 3 in the top of the 9th. Swung on and missed strike 3. Chad Wilson downs the Blues 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 9th, and the Humboldt Crabs have won 5 in a row. They advance to 13-2 on the season. The Blues' 7-game winning streak is snapped at that. They fall now to just 11-2. This is their second loss at home by a similar score. They lost 9-4 on opening day to the Crawdads and lose 8-3 tonight to the Humboldt Crabs, who made the trip all the way down here from the north. And they weren't going to make that trip for nothing. They come in and play spoiler and beat the Blues on their home field and hand them their second loss this season at Sinsheimer. It was a great fan output. Crowd stuck around for all 9 innings, and the Blues will fall by the final of 8-3. Ethan Smith led this thing off with a solo homer. That started the game off. It was 1-0 Crabs, and they didn't look back after that. They would play 1 in the first. They would plate 3 in the fourth, 1 in the 7th, and of course, the painful 3 in the 9th. Blues would plate 2 in the fourth, 1 in the 8th, and your final 8-3. Blues fall, but we'll be right back here for game 2 of this weekend series, Saturday afternoon baseball on the Blues streaming network. And here at Sinsheimer, we'll have it for you. 4:05 first pitch. Once you join me then, I've been Zach Ebrahim, and for everyone here in the press box, statistician Max Lober, PA announcer Jim, and our sound guy Evan Sunny, we say so long from Sinsheimer, and a pleasant good evening to you. Go take care of yourselves and enjoy yourselves. We'll do the same. And good night, everybody.